You ever wonder why some mixes sound wide and professional and others sound flat? It all comes down to how you place sound in the stereo field. Today we'll look into that. What is a stereo image? It's how the mix fills the left to right space in headphones or speakers. Think of it like a stage your band's performing on in your mix. For example, I have a guitar track here, two guitar tracks, and I have one panned all the way right and another one panned all the way left. One way to think about mixing is putting people where they are live on stage in your mix. Meaning if you got like a singer here, a guitar player there, a keyboard player way over there, a drummer back there, maybe a bass player here. Some people like to do that. Others like to do the LCR mix concept, and that is different. There's a left, a right, and a center. I like using that method. I know Chris Lordology likes that method. Left, right, and center. This is pointing straight up the middle, all the way right, all the way left. So left, right, center. That's a bass guitar and two guitars. I do that all the time. It makes the sound wider. I like that. Some people don't like that. Another thing people like to do is they like to place the guitar. Say, well, he's standing over here, so he's just right to the right of me, like at 3 o'clock or so, or 2 o'clock, wherever it is, and they'll put him there. Others will take and do the same with the other guitar player. Say, well, okay, this guy's at 3 o'clock. Let's put the other guy at 3 o'clock or at 9 o'clock. But there's a difference in the sound when you do that. And depending on what you're trying to do or want to do, by using the LCR method, you get a wider mix and there's a lot of space for sound. When you go this method, when you're using panning to where people are in positions, in other words, like this 3 and 9 example, it can get cluttered. And I'll play an example here. Let me play the guitars here wide. So this would be like the LCR method. Now, as opposed to if we put them at like 3 and 9 o'clock, so we pan them in a little tighter, listen to what happens, how the guitars sound now. And some people even like to go a little tighter. You can put them wherever you want. Some people put them straight up the middle. But just in general, let's see what this does. This is 10 and 2, another popular thought. And back to our wideness here. Now, if you put on some headphones or if you got some stereo speakers, not just your phone, you'll hear the panning change. And what happens is they become more like one, more of a mono sound, the tighter you make the panning. In other words, going from the LCR, far left, far right, to 3 and 9 o'clock, think of a clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, or 10 and 2. It gets closer to the middle, which is fine if that's what you want, but when you add more elements, more instruments, there's only so much space in a mix. And oftentimes in a mix, it's pretty common to have a kick drum, bass guitar, and vocals in the middle. So the more you bring those guitars in, or instruments, whatever they are, closer to the center, you're getting all this information kind of tighter, right? So you're losing that width. As opposed to if you keep the guitar hard right, hard left, put the vocals in the center, the bass in the center, the kick drum in the center, there's a lot of room. Now this song isn't mixed or nothing, but it's a good idea to get like a balance and panning before you start putting a bunch of EQ and compression and all that stuff. And that's where we're at right now. We don't really have any effects and things on here, or EQs. As you can see on the track here, there's very minimal. Some of these are just phase right here, right? So anyways, so let's play a little bit and I'll start with the guitars, panning them, and we'll see how they affect the mix. Bottom line, if your mix sounds crowded, move some things around. Pan things a little farther than maybe you normally would. See if it helps. Try LCR method and see if you get a wider, fuller mix or not. See if it works for you. If you got something from this video, please like and subscribe. Leave some comments if you got them. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.